Hello, BookTube. And hello, AuthorTube. Is AuthorTube a thing? Or should I say, hello, fellow writers? That's definitely a thing. Because if you aren't a fellow writer, I certainly want you to become one. So maybe I'll just say that. Hello, fellow writers. Because this is a writing video. I made a writing video just the other day about a floundering, wobbling around video about what on earth we could do. If we create something new on this channel about writing, what could we do? I wasn't so much in doubt about the when we would do it. I think I pretty much decided on the when. And the when is February and March. It's kind of silly, I know, to let the structure of this thing, which is completely on its own and new and independent, yet be dictated by NaNoWriMo. But nevertheless, it'll do for a start. So that is the when. February and March. And the how much, that also has been kind of informally settled on, for me anyway, 1,000 words a day. NaNoWriMo's 1,667 words a day, or as I rounded up to either 1,700 or 2,000, that's a chunk of your day. 1,000 words is not. And 1,000 words a day for February and March will end you up with a manuscript of 60,000 words. That's a lot. That's a significant thing. So the how much is not in question either, really, for me. The when and the how much. That still left us with the question of what. Of what it is. And I've given it a lot of thought, and I also consulted with an old friend of mine who is a writer. And once I got past the bramble of his initial reactions, which is, don't tell me, let me guess, you're not going to propose this to Boston University. You would take it in a heartbeat and pay you for it. You're talking about this for your little YouTube thing that you're still doing, isn't it? Aren't you? That's what you're thinking about doing this for. And I said, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing this for. Now that we got that over with, any thoughts on the matter? And we did have some thoughts on the matter. And I've come up with something tentative with the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Writing Collective. Now, the goal here is going to be twofold. One is a kind of ghostly accountability. You will know that your fellow members of the collective are writing in February and March, and what they're writing. They're writing something that is going to be 1,000 words a day, one work, and that is going to cover those 2 months and end them up with 60,000 words. You'll know that. So a ghostly kind of accountability will be one part of it. And another part of it that is probably no less valuable will be a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear, because we will all be in it together. We will be able to talk about the works we are writing for the collective. We'll be able to talk about what we're writing. I haven't quite figured out where or how we'll be able to do that. Of course, in BookTube, the natural next step would be Discord, a Discord. And I don't like Discord. I don't like the website. I don't like how manic it is. I don't like how sticky it is, how it doesn't let you go. I don't think it's particularly helpful or useful. I know there are plenty of BookTube channels that have Discords, and they are very popular with the people who use them, but it's not going to be that. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's not going to be that. Right now, I'm provisionally thinking just a series of check-in videos by me, where I lean on you, bend your ear about how my work is going, and invite you to do the same, either in the comments or in Voxer or in email. I'm thinking also that maybe at the halfway point, when we're at the all-important halfway point of any event, so the end of February, that maybe we could figure out some kind of sharing, too, to almost mimic a writing workshop. Don't know how that would work. That still seems to me to be verging too close into Discord territory, but it would certainly work at the end of February for me to say, take a representative chunk of what you're working and send it to me, and I'll workshop it. That certainly would work. And that's not quite so highfalutin. It's not quite so fraudulent as some other booktubers might be if it came from them. I've taught writing quite a bit. I've written quite a bit, including published work for a long time. Lots of it, mountains of it. Not fiction. I've only published fiction twice. But nevertheless, you'll learn a lot about writing if you do it for 80 million years. So I don't think that's too high on my horse to say that at the halfway point, at the end of February, maybe I'd be willing to workshop some of your stuff myself. I don't know if we could do it all. I mean, amongst ourselves, more than just that. It might have to be just for convenience sake that everything comes to me. But those are the two purposes of this thing: accountability and a shoulder to cry on, an ear to bend, so that you don't feel alone in your work. Those can be valuable. Both of those things can be valuable. That leaves only a few other specifics that I want to mention. There's one hard and fast rule for the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Writing Collective. One hard and fast rule. Aside from 1,000 pages a day, I really don't want to hear many complaints about that. And I don't want to hear any excuses either. 1,000 pages a day you can do. It'll fly by. Once you've got these muscles in shape, it'll fly by. You'll want to do more. No, the rule that I want to say for the collective is that it's new work. I don't want you going back and gnawing on old bones, taking out some old thing that you wrote when you were a letterman in high school, when all your glory days and Springsteen was on the radio. I don't want anything like that. I want you to make something new, starting in February. So that's the only real requirement, is that you not be revisiting old work, that you write something new for February. 1,000 words a day from the 1st of February until the last day of March. Something new. I would prefer that it be fiction, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be new. Something you've not written. You're not going back to old work. So there you go. That's what I'm proposing, and I'm asking you to join, all you writers out there, which should be all of you, the Steve Tiberius Donoghue Writing Collective, because procrastination is futile. Now that I've come up with the thing that I want, now that was the question yesterday, was what do I want? That's what I want. I will make a writing collective, and we will be as together as we can be. We can't get together in person, and I don't know that there's any good way for us to chat every day virtually. So this is close. This is good enough. You will know that other people are in, if any of you are in. I don't know. Maybe this is howling in the void. Maybe none of you. But it says, I will certainly be working from 1st November till the end of March on one work. It will be new. It will be 1,000 words a day. I will certainly be doing that. If any of you are willing to join, I'd be happy to have you. Now, for me, the question is not what we're going to be doing, but what am I going to be writing? And that will be a question for a lot of you as well. I have no idea right now. I have no idea what I want to do, and that's just a few days away, the 1st of February, when we're going to start, when I'm going to write 1,000 words. That's just a few days away. So now, for me, and I suspect for a lot of you, the question will be that. It will be bearing down on what are you going to do? What are you going to write? What kind of thing is it going to be? First question will be, is it fiction or nonfiction? Then once you've decided, then you have to decide what it is, and might, if you're the creative type, you might have to pick from a whole bunch of potential projects of one kind or another. You're going to want to be weighing that as well. Can you live with this subject? Will it bore you at the halfway point? Can you live with it for the whole of 2 months? Is it a big enough subject to warrant 60,000 words? Can you put that much meat on its bones without crushing it? These aren't theoretical questions at all, because I'm asking them myself. I don't know what I want to do. I have a whole bunch of ideas. I just have to sit and think about which one can go the distance. It's not really a question. I don't doubt your ability to write whatever it is that you dream up. I don't doubt that if you do it, the 1,000 words that you write on day 10 is going to feel radically different than the 1,000 words you did on day 1. I don't doubt that at all. I have never seen this fail. For me, the question is, no, I don't doubt my ability to do it, is what I'm saying. I don't doubt my ability to do 1,000 words a day. I don't doubt my ability to land a manuscript, 60,000 words at the end of this 2-month period. What I don't know is which of my ideas is worth it, and which is going to be... It'd be a horrible thing if you were on day 15, when of course you can't start over, and you realize, no, this is a dead end. And to a certain extent, it's not 100% possible to know that. As if you've read any author biographies, you will know. Some of them get halfway into a book, sometimes heartbreakingly, they finish the book and realize this is dead. This is dead, and I can't fix it. The whole thing was a dead end. Sometimes that will happen. It's happened to me plenty of times. But I'm hoping not. I was blessed with the last thing that I picked. Sometimes if you really weigh things and you're really honest with yourself about it, because in a case like this, there's going to be a project where you're going to really want to do it. That's good, because that wanting will actually propel you through the whole of 2 months. But you got to interrogate that wanting, because that wanting could be wrong. That's how people make these mistakes. They think this is the greatest thing since sliced cheese, and then they get 15 days in, and no. Ideally, it should be a project that you want to write, obviously, but you got to question that. objectively. You've got to be hard with yourself on the subject. I have not even begun to do that. I have no idea yet. I have ideas, but I have not begun to settle down on what. I am planning on settling down on what I want to write for the collective tonight. And then I will start the process in the last few days of the month. I will start the process of blocking out what I want to do, doing whatever research is necessary, figuring out who's what and roughly what's going to happen. You don't want to, I don't think, plan these things to fairly well, but you want to know what you're doing. You don't want to just be groping in the dark in February. You want to know roughly what you're going to be doing. Like, for instance, if you pick a story, if it's fiction, where are you going to start that story? And what's going to propel it? And how fast are you going to get to the first thing in the story? You have to make all those decisions. You can't be groping around for those. And that will help a lot. Making those decisions ahead of time helps a lot. The realer the project is in your mind, the easier it will be to write 1,000 words a day. So I need to do that. And I will, if I'm successful tonight in doing that, then I will make a writing report tomorrow about what that is and why it intrigued me and what I'm going to be doing about it. And if you have a channel, a writing channel, an author channel, a booktube channel, feel free to make a video along those lines. If you don't have a channel and you still want to be part of the collective and you still want the interactivity, feel free to make a video and just private it. Put it on private and send me the link. And send the link to all the other collective members. There's no reason why we can't lean on each other's shoulders in video format if we want to. If not, that's now that you know what's coming. Now that you know that the collective is coming for you and that procrastination is futile, now you have to decide what you're going to do. What project will last for 2 months? I'm going to try and decide that tonight. I have a wee bit of work to do tonight that I didn't know about it this morning, or I would have got it done while the sun was in the sky. I didn't, so I need to do that, but that is no excuse. This is just thinking that we're talking about now. There's no excuse either for 1,000 words. 1,000 words is not hard. But just thinking, that's easy. So I'm going to wrap this up for now. That is your writing update. I have come for your technological individuality. You will be added to the collective where procrastination is futile. So let me know if you're joining in. That's what I will be doing from February to the end of March. I'll be writing something. Pretty sure that my work will be fiction. That's the first choice you're going to have to make, and I'm pretty sure it is. I just need to figure it out. I've got a few candidates. I will report back the next time I have something on the subject. That's my next hurdle. So I'll wrap this up for now. Can't wait to hear from you all, and I will see you then. Thank you, BookTube, and all you authors out there at sea.